Welcome to the Gloves Are Off Overtime Edition. I'm Moses Bolden. I'm also pleased to be joined by my co-host, Greg Buchanan, and our guest this week, Kyle Kelly. How are you guys doing?
Not too bad.
Wonderful.
Excellent. Well, a couple of topics we didn't get to, of course, more NFL. And the opening game of the year, you had Baltimore and Denver. Denver's offense looked fantastic. 7 touchdowns by Peyton Manning. You looked at everybody on that receiving core were exceptional. It was a great outing.
Even altogether. Guys no one knew about, like this Julius Thomas comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. Buck 10, 2 touchdowns. That was fantastic. But guys, does this put the Broncos, just their performance after week 1, does this put them as the Super Bowl favorites?
It's week 1. A lot can happen, but they're right up the top. The power rankings, I think they're in the top 4 now, top 5. So you look at the power rankings after week 1. Yeah, they're in contention, but yeah, again, it's week 1. Anything could happen. All of a sudden, if number 18 gets hurt, things look a whole lot different in Denver.
And don't expect 7 touchdowns every week. That's not possible. But I think they were Super Bowl favorites before the game started. I think Denver and San Francisco are the 2 really good teams where if you don't win a Super Bowl, your season's a failure.
How good Denver played shocked everybody. You knew they were going to be a good team, but to throw 7 touchdowns, to put up that many points against 48 points against a defense the year ago that was very good and are the defending Super Bowl champs. You're right, Kyle.
And not only that, but their defense without Von Miller and Elvis Dumervil was as good as they are with them. That was pretty impressive. And I thought Peyton looked healthier than last year. Like, last year, they didn't stretch the field very much. It was a lot of short stuff. It seemed like everything was under 20 yards. He wasn't afraid to go deep.
Maybe it's that he also has a grasp after being there a full season.
Feels more comfortable. He feels more comfortable. Feels more comfortable with his receivers. More comfortable with the schemes. But he does look stronger. Shoulder looks good. The arm looks good.
They said his neck is fully healed now.
And and I guess that was a big thing.
That's a scary thought.
What about Mark Trestman and the Chicago Bears? Shaky start at the beginning, but you can't blame him. That defense, especially when you have A.J. Green, Andy Dalton, they looked very good connecting with each other. But yet they still managed to battle back down 11 points to come and win it, game-winning touchdown by Jay Cutler to Brandon Marshall. Now, guys, after this win, I know it's a small sample size, but are we starting to see Trestman's fingerprints on that offense a little bit more? And is that going to benefit them maybe get into a postseason berth?
I don't think Jay Cutler is reliable still, as much as I like Trestman as a coach when your quarterback's that inconsistent. But maybe you can work with them. That being said, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, simply because they're in a division with Green Bay, Detroit, and Minnesota. I think Green Bay wins the division, and Detroit is a much improved team.
They showed it against the Vikings. That's very true.
I think Detroit's a whole lot better than Chicago, and that's the bottom line. If Chicago is better than Detroit this season, they'll make the playoffs. If they're not, they won't. And Detroit's a whole lot better than Chicago right now. And I believe, Jay Cutler, too inconsistent. Trestman can do great things with him. Can he do enough for Cutler to put him in the playoffs? Probably not.
It seems Coach Chamberlain in Saskatchewan has turned Durant into a consistent quarterback. So maybe Trestman can do the same. We'll see. We'll
talk about rookie quarterbacks. Of course, last year we had RG3, Andrew Luck, Russell Wilson, and later on Colin Kaepernick. Very young players, not much experience, but yet excelled at their position and, of course, leading the way this year. Now you have 3 rookie quarterbacks, 3 rookie starters, Geno Smith, Terrell Pryor for Oakland, of course Smith with the Jets, and E.J. Manuel with Buffalo. All 3 pretty good starts. Geno Smith, only one to get a win. Are we seeing this as the new NFL where players are coming in and instantly making an impact? Are we starting to see that shift towards that now?
To a point. I don't think these 3 are anywhere near the 3 rookies from last year, in my own opinion. Like, Luck took the Colts from 2-11 to
postseason.
Yeah, or 5-11, whatever they were. And those guys understood the game. It wasn't just that they were physically gifted. They understood how to read a defense even at the NFL level already. So it's hard to judge after one game, especially when Geno Smith was the only one to win and he was given the win with that stupid penalty of that guy from Tampa Bay.
That's just retarded, yeah.
I don't know. Hard to judge after one game.
I think more than anything, a lot of these rookies are putting into situations where they're going to have their offense kind of centered around their skills. And I think Buffalo they need a quarterback desperately, and they need this guy to come to the forefront. And you know what? Almost pulled off a win and give a break or two. They probably would have. But yeah, I think more than anything, they're going to have the offense suit what these quarterback skills are.
We're going to have to wrap this up really quick. I want to get, there's a lot of great topics here, but I want to get to the Monday Night Football games. Which of the 4 teams, or at least the 2 teams that won, of course, you had Houston and Philadelphia in particular, impressed you the most?
Houston, because they're going to be as good as they were last year. Philadelphia ran that really quick offense, but in the second half, after Washington got used to it and figured out how to plan against it, they were right there with them.
Yep.
It was just a little bit too late because they spotted them too many points.
Yeah, Houston's defense looks solid, and I think offensively too. I think they're a good all-round football team. Philadelphia, they can only go so far with Vic, and once you shut down Vic and once you shut down those schemes, they don't have anything else.
Well,
It's
it's
a
going to be a
gimmick.
lot on LaShawn McCoy's plate, but I think he could do it, especially the way he played in week 1. And only having 3 linemen at the line and still getting a first down.
And once people learn how to prepare for it because they've seen it and they have game film of it, it's a gimmick. It's like the pistol offense. Yep. People can prepare for the read option and all this hype about it. People have seen it enough now that they can prepare for it. The same with the Eagles.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you coming on. Greg Buchanan,
Thanks.
See you next week. And Kyle Kelly, beautiful
Thanks.
guest today. Did a fantastic job.
Thanks. Good to be here.
Excellent. Better than, I say, Geno Smith, E.J. Manuel, and Terrell Pryor combined. Let's put it that way. And thank you for joining us on the Overtime Edition. You could tune in every Tuesday night, 7:30 on CITL. In the meantime, we will see you in 7 days.